Welcome back to the World Trade Webcast. I'm Greg Sandler, president of thinkglobal.com, the B2B network for global trade leads. Our guest today is Doug Brunhke, founder of the Global Chamber and CEO of Growth Nation based in Scottsdale, Arizona. The Global Chamber's mission is to more effectively grow the number of people successfully engaged with cross-border trade investment and advancing careers and helping communities make the world a little bit better. And Doug's been talking about that mission for the last 4 days. And today, we're going to talk a little bit more about how that mission is going to be turned into reality. Doug, thanks for joining us again.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it.
So today, maybe you could give us some examples of what types of businesses and business people you think will engage with the Global Chamber's programs and services.
Sure, I'd be happy to. We've mentioned that we've been largely doing a test model for 7 years. So we know who these people are, and we've been very fortunate to have both smaller and larger companies. So as an example, Freeport-McMoRan is a pretty large mining company, and I actually worked for Phelps Dodge, which was purchased by Freeport-McMoRan here in Arizona. That's how I came here. And one of their key people, their head of international, is Melissa Sanderson. And she spent 20 years in the State Department, amazing connections around the world, particularly in Africa. And she has not only been a speaker, but a supporter of what we're doing and as a supporter going forward. She's part of our rollout here in the state of Arizona. So the big companies and getting them engaged is a little tricky because they've got a lot of the resources already in-house and they don't need any help for a large extent. The small, medium-sized people, they need help. They have holes, they have gaps. And so there's all sorts of people, like for instance, Lyndon Smith, who runs a company called Biohumanetics in Mesa, who's been a speaker and a participant and is a strong supporter of what we're doing. He's somebody that's got gaps and holes. And so when he meets someone at one of our events, and I hear later that, hey, by the way, that was amazing. That was a great connection, and I've learned a lot, and it's helping our business get to the next level. He, by the way, is one of the examples of someone who said, yeah, we've been successful, but we could have done it a lot faster. And oh, by the way, I waited 10 years before becoming international, and now we're 70% international, but why did I wait 10 years? So those are some of the both success stories and frustrations that come out, and I think those are some of the things, certainly for people who are interested in global business or interested in growing their business, doing good business. Those are really who we're targeting that have gotten a lot of value out of what we've already been doing.
Makes sense. And so do you envision a combination of bricks and mortar and virtual programming as you move forward?
That's correct. So within anybody in the world can join the Global Chamber, and we'll be able to provide services to them, including virtual services, consulting, mentoring, videos, information, all sorts of content, and ultimately trusted connections. So no matter where people are, they're going to get trusted connections through the Global Chamber. That, after all, is the biggest gap, isn't it? You know, some of the biggest problems that we've had as international business people have been because we trusted someone or we thought we had the answer and we weren't talking to the right person. And something happened that was less than favorable. So those are some of the things that we want to be able to overcome through our trusted connections. Then, in addition to that, we've got chapters being set up, and you've already mentioned, some of the first ones are Phoenix, Tucson, Salt Lake City, Portland, and Kathmandu, Nepal. So these are places that, where we have easy connections. We can get folks set up quite easily. They can do some events. Their local people can tap into the virtual world of what we were able to do, including making these connections, trusted connections across border. And lo and behold, we've got the Global Chamber launching and hopefully being not just successful, but really making a dent in those three things we talked about. Getting more people involved, having them be more successful, and hey, if you want a global career, have a global career.
Very ambitious agenda and exciting. And we're going to talk a little bit more tomorrow about the Global Chamber and its initiative. And for more information in the meantime, you can visit globalchamber.org. Please join us tomorrow as we conclude our discussion with Doug. And in the meantime, for our latest schedule of upcoming episodes, subscribe to us with any of the links below and bookmark this page. All of our previous episodes can be found right here at thinkglobal.com/webcast. Doug, you've continued to provide a wealth of information this week, and look forward to concluding our discussion tomorrow.
Greg, you are the amazing one.